Welcome back.
Ooh.
Neves just ruptured my eardrums.
I'm sorry, Josh.
We were fucking around.
I was gonna scare you.
And he decided to. What were you doing before you
I
went?
was like, and then I
And then
coughed.
he coughed and he screeched into the mic and into my heads.
Yeah.
Or into my headset. Yeah.
Are you okay, Josh?
I'm getting there. I'm
Yeah.
getting there. But
Did that scare you?
it didn't scare me. It was very shocking. It was a jump scare.
Jump scare.
You know what else uses jump scares? Happy, this episode's going to come out on the 30th, so early happy
29th.
Halloween. 29th, shit.
You know your dates, Josh. Yeah.
Yes.
So this will be like our Halloween episode.
Yeah. So happy early Halloween.
Yeah.
I wanted to dress up, but Walmart didn't have shit.
And I wanted to dress up, but every costume that looks like shit costs $150. So I don't know why the fuck people buy that.
I was debating just cutting out like a blank and just putting 2 eye holes in it and then just coming as a ghost. I was being like, ooh, wah. But I figured I might like resemble somebody from the Klan. So I was like, let's.
You got to be careful, Josh. Especially if it's pointy.
Yeah. Like those I know we were going to talk about this another time, but do you know why they redesigned the Death Eaters in Harry Potter?
Because of that?
Yeah, because the Death Eaters, the Death Eaters first appeared in Goblet of Fire, the Goblet of Fire movie, and they had like black cloaks with pointy hats.
Oh no.
And so the fan backlash was like they looked like they were Klan members. So they redid it for Order of the Phoenix.
It's like the Muggles, the human characters, the racist ones. Like, hey, that looks familiar.
But I mean, Death Eaters are pretty much just Klan members.
Well, they're evil. It's not like. That's what I mean. Like, it wouldn't make sense if it was like.
Well, it's wizard racism.
Yeah, Muggles. They were racist towards Muggles, right?
You mean wizards?
The wizards to Muggles.
Yeah,
humans,
well, the purebloods and like the Death Eaters. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, that's straight out of like some fucked up shit.
Thanks, JK. That's what I saw the first Harry Potter and I was like, you know what this movie really needs? Racism.
Yeah.
But that's for another episode.
That's for another episode. Right now we're talking about horror movies.
Let's talk about scary movies.
Ooh.
Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 69.
Do you really want to talk about the scary movies?
Sure.
Fuck, fine. It'll be quick. Whatever.
We have an order that we like to hit when we make these episodes, and Scary Movie's at the bottom of the list, and I just put it to the top, and Nevis doesn't look happy.
I'm not, because okay, fine. Why do you like watching those movies?
No, I've actually only seen like one of them. I don't like scary movies, viewers.
I don't like the movie titled Scary Movie.
Even if it's scary in a comedic way, I don't like scary movies.
Well, yeah, the thing about those ones too is like I watched it on Netflix. I was like, okay, they made 5 of these.
Yeah.
Let me watch at least one. So I watched the original, the OG Scary Movie. So it basically parodied Scream. It parodied I Know What You Did Last Summer. Basically horror films that were made in the late 90s, early 2000s, right?
Okay. When did it come out?
2000.
Oh.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
But it feels like they reuse jokes so many times in so many better spoof movies like Airplane, Naked Gun. Like it's insane. And I was watching it, I was like, this is like not good at all. It was plain, it was boring. It's just, I don't know. It didn't do it for me. It had a lot of gross out humor too.
Really?
It's like, yeah, let's have sex. And then it's like very
right
cartoony.
up my alley.
Even for you, it seems a bit graphic. But yeah, I don't know. That's my review of Scary Movie. Do not watch it. Do not watch the 50 sequels. And yeah.
Okay. I didn't know Scary Movie was actually a parody film.
Oh.
I didn't know that. And that's another reason why I don't think I would appreciate it as well as somebody who actually enjoys it. Because the thing is, I haven't even seen any of the classic horror films to enjoy, to get the callbacks and get the references.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I've never seen any of the Freddy Krueger movies or Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I've never seen that. Never seen any of the Scream movies. None of those Chucky films.
No,
I haven't seen anything. This is going to be one of the worst episodes for us because I can't contribute. Matthew Neves, I am once again asking for your support.
Thank you, Bernie Sanders.
You're welcome.
But no, I remember because what I try to do now is like yearly try to watch a horror franchise. So last year I watched Friday the 13th.
Okay,
because it's a lot of them. There's about 12. One of them's a remake, a reboot. So I didn't watch that one because I was like, I'm gonna follow the original timeline. So I ranked them all, and I was like, okay.
Is this on your channel?
No.
Oh.
I use this thing called Letterbox for any of you film kids out there who have Letterbox, I have one because fuck, I don't know. But yeah, I logged them in and I was like, okay, let me watch them. The first one was boring. First Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
13 was boring. Second one was a little bit better. Third one was worse than the
Mm.
previous two. Fourth one was probably the one that was actually good. So already, the fourth installment is watchable, I would say.
But it
Fifth,
took you 4 movies to get to a good
yeah,
one. That's not good.
that is not good at all. That's Friday the 13th for you.
Yeah.
And then the fifth one came in. It's so bad, it's good. Part 6 is my favorite. It's Jason
Really?
Lives. Yeah, that's the one where they just say fuck it. Jason is dead. So what happens is one of the characters goes to his graveyard. He's like, I'm gonna kill him for good. So he gets like this long metal rod and stabs him repeatedly, and then lightning strikes on the rod, and it resurrects Jason Voorhees, and he kills one of the people by literally punching him so hard through the chest that he takes out his heart and squishes it.
Sounds like that scene in Transformers
Yeah.
when Optimus kills the Fallen.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I rise, you fall.
fall. I am Optimus Prime.
That was a fucking brutal death.
Yeah, it was.
That's
No,
why-
I think the most brutal was part 3. It's like, no, Optimus, please. And then it's like, you
Nah.
die. And then
I'd
he
say
just
the most-
shoots him like
The
repeatedly.
most brutal one was just the random Decepticon in the airship, and the wreckers go and they're like, "This is gonna hurt a lot," and then they literally start tearing him limb from limb,
Oh, yeah.
and like he's on the floor, like no legs, no arms, just screaming while they're pulling him apart. I'm like, that's pretty.
Which one was that one in?
The third one,
Oh, shit.
Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I've never really seen a lot of horror films.
Yeah.
I know we mentioned this, so this is what I'm gonna milk for the episode: is Silence of the Lambs.
Is that the only one you've seen?
yeah on that list?
Silence of the Lambs. Have you seen the other movies from the Hannibal franchise?
No.
Because Silence of the Lambs came out clearly first.
Yeah.
Sorry, I drank a lot of pop. But no, Silence of the Lambs came out first. Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins. Great movie.
Absolutely.
Very solid. So then they were like, okay, we want to make a sequel. Does the book have a sequel? And it's like, yes, it does. It's called Hannibal. And like, awesome. Let us make that sequel. Jodie Foster did not want to be a part of it.
Okay.
She was like, no, I'm good. I think the Clarice's character is perfect. I don't want to do anything more with her. That's fine.
Thank you, Jodie.
Yes. So Julianne Moore decides to be the new Clarice for the new
Oh.
Hannibal. And Anthony Hopkins is back, and a few other characters are new and they are brought in. But the film comes out 8 years after Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
So already it's a little bit different. It's directed by Ridley Scott, who's
well,
known for Alien.
yeah.
So people are like, okay, this is a bigger budget film, sequel to Silence, and it's directed by Ridley Scott, who's known for Alien and Blade Runner. So it's like, okay, this seems pretty good. Like, okay, what's about it? So I watched it, and it was not great.
Okay.
It was very sloppy with its editing and
Really?
direction. Gary Oldman's in it too.
Gary Oldman,
Yeah, he's in it too. He's
Jim Gordon,
Jim Gordon,
Sirius Black.
Dracula. Yeah,
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Sirius Black?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
cool.
he's in it
I love
too,
him.
and it's just like a great cast, and the movie's just all over the place. It feels long, and it's just like, man,
Just goes to show that a great cast cannot redeem a terrible script.
yeah. And then
Was the script at least good, or was it literally just the editing?
the script was kind of all over the place too, which I feel bad because I feel like the book that it was based on
Mm-hmm.
has solid things going for it. Because there's moments where I'm just like, okay, I could see that, like Hannibal's in Italy and stuff like that. He escaped, of course, from the
Yeah.
last movie, and he's just relaxing there. But what he does is like he's got some brutal murders and stuff like that. Like there's this one where he basically kills someone by puncturing them with just like a little knife or whatever, but he knows the exact like body part to puncture in order for them to die the worst way,
Ooh.
which is fucking crazy. It's like shanking, but like in 2 seconds, like, and then it's like, oh, and then he just falls. And he knows like the exact moment where it's like, if I cut like this, your entire intestines will fall out and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Hannibal
fuck
knows
it.
his shit.
yeah, man. No, it has its moments. It's just,
So to all the biology students out there, just go start eating people. That's the best way to figure out how to be a biology student.
with fava beans.
Look at this guy. Because was like, what?
Yeah, thank
Just smile
you.
through it.
But then they made a sequel. No, it was the
Wait,
next
they made
film.
another one?
They made Red Dragon.
Is that like part of the series?
Yeah.
Huh.
But here's the thing. Here's the confusing part. It came out a year after Hannibal, but it is a prequel to Silence of the Lambs. but it stars Anthony Hopkins and
Ugh.
Edward Norton. So here's the thing. Anthony Hopkins is clearly looks older than he did in Silence,
Yes.
but it's a prequel. It's supposed to be set in the 80s. He's 65 in the movie.
My
And
gosh.
Edward Norton is the cop guy. Oh, I fucking forgot his name. Is it Will Graham? I'm gonna say Will Graham. I'm gonna bet on that. But yeah,
Okay,
Will Graham,
I
he's the
can't
cop.
help you.
No, that's fair. And Will Graham's the cop, and he's like, all right, you gotta help me find the killer, the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
That's his name, the Tooth Fairy. And he's this serial killer. He's really buff. He's really strong. He's got like a tattoo of like wings on his back and shit like that.
Nice.
He's fucking crazy. And he has like these I don't know if they're like prosthetic teeth or fucking dentures or whatever, like really sharp.
Yeah.
And what he does to his victims is he basically puts them on and like bites their mouth or whatever. Like he's like fucking crazy and stuff like that. Ray Fiennes is in it. He plays the Tooth Fairy in the movie.
Seems like a good fit for Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, and for Red Dragon, like after watching that one compared to Hannibal, I'm like, look, it's not as good as Silence of the Lambs. I mean, that's really tough to compete with.
Kind of hard to beat.
But it's a solid installment in the
So
franchise.
The thing is, like, when I first saw it, saw Silence of the Lambs,
Mhm.
I was just I knew that it was supposed to be like scary,
Mhm.
but I watched it like a normal film, and I was like, it's not that scary.
Even the end?
It was a little creepy, but I was like, it didn't like stick with me like the fucking Conjuring movies did.
Oh, yeah.
Conjuring scarred me for life.
How many of those have you seen? Because it's a whole universe.
Yeah, just two of them, like Annabelle and The Conjuring.
Okay.
I only saw two of them, and I'm pretty sure I've told you this, but I don't
Yeah.
know if I've said it in the podcast. But basically, Carrie loves horror films,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Oh, let's watch a horror film, babe." And I was like, "Okay, fine, let's watch a horror film." And we watched Annabelle
Yeah.
at her apartment, and it was freaking me out. Like I was like
Ooh.
terrified. But I remember watching The Conjuring because we watched it at my place.
Yeah.
And I literally had to get up. I was so like stressed out that I had to get up and like take my shirt off, grab paper towels, and towel myself off. I was sweating so much watching.
Damn.
Because I like took my arm away from her, and she's like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "Just give me a sec." Take off my
Damn.
shirt, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I'm scared, babe. I'm scared."
It's like a workout for
Hold
you.
me.
It's like a workout. It's like, I'm going to lose 5 pounds. I'm going to watch all the Conjuring movies.
Oh yeah, burn all my calories. Yeah, all that water weight is got. Fuck saunas.
Yeah,
Just
man.
Watch scary movies.
Watch scary movies.
But then after that, like I think Haunting of Hill House had been out for a while.
That is so good. Can we
It's
talk
a
about
great show, yeah.
that? Oh.
And then they last year they had the sequel, the
Yeah,
anthology.
Blind Manor, which wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good, but I still enjoyed it.
The Haunting of Hill House works so well because of the characters and the family dynamic.
Yeah.
It was so fucking good. I love the characters because even if you take away the horror aspect, it's just an engaging story.
Yeah,
Like I love that. Like I wanted to watch the next episode. I wanted to watch like boom, boom. What happens to the brother? What happened to the sister?
yeah.
Like what's going on with the
It
older
was
brother
just
and
a
sister?
pure
Like
mystery. Yeah, it was just,
and
it was just
my
mysterious.
my favorite episode. I always think about it because I'm like in terms of blocking and direction and overall intensity. The scene where they're all at the funeral house or whatever, and they're all talking, and it's like a one shot. Oh my god, that is so good. Like I think about that, and the last time I saw it was like 2 years ago, and it's like it really hits you with that nice.
Looking at it from a film
mood.
perspective.
Yeah, from a film perspective, because I'm just like, man, because I like Mike Flanagan. He worked on the sequel to The Shining, Doctor Sleep,
Yeah,
which I personally think is a really good sequel to The Shining. It doesn't compete with Kubrick. It does its own thing. It's like, no, let's fucking focus on Danny when
Yeah.
he's in his 40s. Thank you. Look, if you put it any closer and I make a noise, your eardrums are gonna explode.
it's all right.
All right.
I am prepared.
You're betting? Okay.
Boo.
I'm not gonna do anything like
I
that.
hope not.
But yeah, for Dr. Sleep, it's like Danny, he's in his late 40s and he's an alcoholic, he's a drug addict and stuff. And it shows like a darker aspect.
Yeah,
But that's what I liked. It's like, which Danny would I prefer? The one from Dr. Sleep or The Shining? It's like, I get it. Like, he's a kid, red rum and stuff, but he has way more character in Dr. Sleep.
I mean,
I
he was
love
also
that.
an adult. How much character can a 6-year-old have?
I mean, you can Sixth Sense. It depends on
Fair enough.
what they focus on. They clearly focus more on Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Totally understandable.
Yeah,
And in Doctor Sleep, they focused on the son and how he was affected by the abuse of his father.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things you can do aside from scaring people. You can
Yeah.
actually like make them think about, man, that was really fucked up. Like I didn't jump out, but I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life because of how fucking disturbing that is.
Yeah. I think like I don't know. Because of the very few horror films I've ever seen, I don't really analyze them in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, what sticks out is obviously the scariest points. And I remember Carrie and I were watching an episode of Hill House at her place.
Yeah.
And we were watching it, and like, you know, they're long episodes, and we were kind of binging it.
Yeah.
And so I had the laptop, like I was kind of like lying down.
Yeah.
And I had the laptop on my stomach,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And we're watching.
Is that
it.
comfortable, by the way?
It actually kind of is.
The laptop is stomach?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I have the laptop like that. Oh, I just realized I'm fucking up the camera, huh?
I was looking. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Oh yeah, hi. Let me fix myself. I have it on my stomach, and we're just lying down and watching it. And it was the scene where you remember when I forgot what the two sisters' names were, and they were like driving.
Oh, I remember that.
That jump scare.
I remember that.
But I didn't see it coming.
I love that.
So I'm watching it. They're like arguing. It's getting more intense. I guess I'm like getting more and more engaged. And then she comes out and just like, yeah. And I literally like, I didn't scream. I literally like jumped and went, oh my God.
Oh man, I love that because like it was a jump scare, but then when I jumped, because I actually did, I was like, oh, I was like, you know what? That fucking deserved it.
Yeah.
Like with all the shit that like they were going through and stuff, it just felt like the right moment to like scare someone.
Yeah.
If it happens every time, then I'm like, that's not fair. You don't deserve that.
Yeah, jump scares are always like you gotta sprinkle it every now and then. It's like cologne.
It's like
cologne.
this, like whoosh. Yeah.
It's like cologne, you know. Too much is too much. Less is more.
Less is more. Exactly.
Less is more.
Excellent analogy.
Have I given you my analogy for deodorant? Deodorant. No, common sense is like deodorant. Those who need it most never use it.
I heard one analogy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like opinions are like assholes. The bigger they are, the more attention they get.
What the fuck? Nevis, I thought we weren't going in that direction.
Look, we went the analogy route. I thought that was appropriate. I guess not. Anyways.
Like my massive ego.
Hill House was a good show.
Yeah, so what
Blind
made you
Manor,
not like Blind Yeah, I was
it
gonna
was
ask.
not that the characters weren't as engaging, I felt.
Yeah.
There were moments though. There were moments like I remember the one where you find out that those characters. Oh, spoiler alert, by the way. We're clearly spoiling Hill House and Bly Manor. So if you haven't seen those yet, go watch them. There's another one he worked on that's on Netflix. They just released it.
What's it called? Was it like something like Mass?
One. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. What was that noise?
Oh, yeah. Christian decided to scare us.
What?
So the audio on his laptop
yeah.
makes noises too. So if he throws something out in the trash, you hear that trash sound effect. So that's what you heard.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, what is this? Stop. Make me scared. I'm going to be like panicking on the drive home in the dark.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Is this wait. Is the audience going to hear that too?
Aww. No, so they're just going to see me getting upset.
Okay.
No, do your thing. Are you done?
Are you done?
Okay.
Those are the only two sound effects.
Watch him do one more. Well, thanks a lot, man. I lost my train of thought.
Bly Manor, I didn't think was as good because it just felt like they stretched it much longer.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot harder for me to get through that show.
Because I was like, we're on episode 3. I'm like, man.
It's like, can we just wrap this up?
Yeah. I liked the second last episode where it ended with her getting caught by the ghost with her. Like, they were holding onto her neck and shit like that. I was like, damn. Like, I had goosebumps. I wasn't scared, but I was like, this is cool. Like, yeah. Visually speaking. And I like that actress too. I don't know her name, but
the notorious
she was
VIP Victoria Peretti or Peretti.
Is that her name?
Victoria something. I know because she's one of my. She is definitely one of my celebrity crushes.
You know what she reminds me of, and I know this is weird, but I watch a lot of archives of different directors and stuff like that, interviews. She looks like a young Vivian Kubrick, Stanley Kubrick's daughter.
Really?
Yeah. Are we talking about the same? Yeah, we are, right?
Look it up. But while you're looking it up,
Yeah.
recently Sex Education season 3 dropped, and I've already finished
Yeah,
it.
that's horror film, right?
Yeah. Well, no, because the antagonist for season 3 I find looks like an older version of Victoria last name.
Victoria. Yeah,
P.
I'm gonna say Victoria. Yeah, yeah,
Let's
her.
see.
Okay. So that's
She's also
her.
Love From You.
Oh shit. I've heard that I looked like the guy from You.
Really?
Yeah,
Not
that's
really.
not really right. Okay, good.
No, not really.
I don't want to be compared to a fucking stalker. That's for sure. Like Jesus.
Talking about, it's a love story.
Is that what people say? Is
No,
it
it's
any
not.
good?
It's
Is show like is the show good?
Yes, but no. Yes,
What do you mean
yes,
but
because the
no?
show's first season fantastic. Second season is kind of raises the stakes, but I'd say it might be a little bit on the same level as the first episode. Not the first episode, the first season, which sounds good, but I feel like the second season of anything should be a lot better than the first. Should advance the storyline.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. That's her.
Beauty.
Yeah, but look at this.
Not really.
All right, I guess not.
But pull up Sex Education season 3. Hope.
Fine.
Just awkward silence while he does this.
Sorry. Also, Christian's listening to the Blue Jays game.
Oh my
He's
god!
like, why did the Jays lose?
Don't tell them. They'll know what day we're filming
Jays. The damn Jays. Sex Education cast. All right.
on. Go to Hope.
Hope.
But yeah,
Hope,
you
Hope,
has
Hope.
been renewed for season 3. And the thing
Yeah.
is, I feel like they're starting to milk it. Like I'd rather them end the show on a high note rather than drag it on.
I can't find.
Just type in Sex Education Hope.
You do it.
Jesus Christ, how lazy.
Now, as I was saying before, The Haunting of Hill House, great show, great cast,
It's just right fucking there, dude.
and I don't fucking
Just
know.
scrolled past it.
You just scroll past her. I Googled her every day.
Okay, so that's Haunting of Hill House girl.
Yeah.
And then that's the girl from you.
Oh,
from
come
Sex
on. And you
Education.
said that does not look like
Really?
her. That does not. She looks more like Vivian Kubrick.
Really?
I'll stand by that. If they ever make a Vivian Kubrick biopic, which I don't know why, but if they do, they're gonna cast her. They're gonna cast the
They'll make a Stanley
Victoria.
Kubrick bio, and they'll get her to be his
Who's gonna
daughter.
be Stanley Kubrick? Who do you think would be good?
I'll have to know what Stanley Kubrick looks like first.
You don't know what Stanley Kubrick looks like?
All right,
Do you know?
down.
Do you know who
Calm
Stanley?
down.
Do you know who Steven Spielberg looks like?
Yes.
Okay, you know what he looks like, but you don't. I think Paul Giamatti would be good.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Just let him grow the beard, and yeah, fuck yeah, I could. I want that so badly now. Anyways, let's go
enough.
back to horror.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about horror films.
Do you want to talk about sci-fi horror? More mainly the Alien franchise.
Sure.
Alien franchise is good.
You know what inspired me to watch Alien?
What?
Fault in Our Stars?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name from that movie? Loved Alien. So I was like, I want to watch these movies too now.
Oh, which actor was that?
The guy from Baby Driver. I forgot his name. Ansel Egerton or something.
Oh yeah, Ansel ham sandwich. Yeah. Some names are fucking weird, man.
Oh, no, did you hear me make that noise?
Yeah, you're like.
No, well, I went,
Oh yeah.
then I started choking on it.
Yeah.
God damn it, everything's just a train wreck.
Ansel Igor.
Yeah. Yeah, but then also because I was watching a video by Schaefer Ellis on YouTube.
Yeah, Shea Furless. He's good. We
And
talked about him. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this video was about the perfect sequel, right? Because
Yeah.
there's no perfect movie,
There's a perfect sequel.
but there is a perfect sequel.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how Aliens is a perfect sequel to Alien. It does a great job of advancing this plot, and I can tell that you disagree. So let's hear why.
Here's the thing. Aliens does the exact same shit that the first Alien did, but made it in an action format, which I don't think improves the narrative.
Ah,
I do like Ripley still.
mhm.
I do think that some of the characters are good. I like the little girl. I like her. I like the android.
Okay.
That's about it. Everyone else is kind of a one-liner character. We're game over, man. Game over. Or it's like the tough chick
Yeah.
in the gang. It's like they're all very one note in my opinion. And yeah, it's action, but I feel like the horror element works so much better in that setting.
Yeah. Speaking of science fiction, horror,
Yeah.
talk about films that should have been horror films that were not. Case in point, Venom.
Venom.
Venom,
Venom.
Venom,
Venom.
Venom.
Eminem.
Venom, Venom, Venom.
Eminem's Venom.
Yeah, weren't they supposed to make that a horror film, and then they ended up just doing PG-13?
Yeah, because
They wanted to just
they want
extend the
They
demographic.
want the money.
Yeah, god damn it! It would have been so good if like there were like you could see blood and brains and shit, and it was like actually scary.
Yeah.
I
I do like the direction they're going because I think that they looked at the memes after the first Venom came out,
Yeah.
and they looked at the memes like, okay, clearly people are making fun of us. We're gonna need a different direction.
I love when studios do that
Yeah,
when they're actually self-aware.
yeah. And I think they were for the sequel. I've heard a lot of things, and people are like, this is like Venom and Eddie Brock are like an angry couple.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Matt, I told you that Matt saw it recently.
What do you think of it?
Me or Matt?
Matt.
Yeah,
Matt's the one who watched it.
Yeah, I was about to say, why are you asking me?
What? What do you think of it?
He said it was dog shit.
Aw. Did he
Yeah.
like the first one?
Yeah, he liked the first one. He
Oh,
just said
then
the second one was
probably,
terrible.
yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, don't even bother seeing. This is a movie that you illegally download and you just watch in your spare time. Don't bother going to the theaters."
Yeah.
But I'm just like, but I like Tom Hardy. And
Tom Hardy's
I like
good.
Marvel, and I like Carnage.
Even, you know what? The first Venom, seeing that in theaters, I'm like, my favorite part was Tom Hardy just going fucking crazy.
Yeah,
It was way more entertaining than like
Than it
the
should
new
have been.
Spider-Man movies.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm looking forward to Venom 2 than like the fucking Spider-Man Far From Home or whatever
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called. I was like, wow.
It's
like
I almost
goofy.
slept through the Spider-Man Far From Home.
Same. Well,
It
I tried
was-
watching a second time. It's so fucking boring. At least Venom's like, yeah, we're stupid, but we know we're stupid.
Yeah, it's just these movies are getting old. Let's
Yeah.
talk about horror films.
Horror, yeah. Alien's good. Alien's my favorite. Aliens is okay. I think it's a little overrated.
Mhm.
Alien 3 is interesting because I like parts of it, but I'm aware that a lot of it's kind of just shit and all over the place
Yeah,
because of the production. It went through like 3 different writers, I think, or like 4. It
Mhm.
was directed by David Fincher. It was his first film, which
Really?
honestly, I gotta congratulate him because the fact that he managed to make it bearable to watch.
yeah. For your
Is-
first film,
Yeah, because
Jesus.
he had so much shit to do in terms of like going on set and stuff. But yeah, Alien 3, I like the ending of that one with Ripley. She basically like jumps to her death and like the alien baby like comes out
Yeah,
and stuff. And I was like, you know what? That's a good way to end the trilogy until they made that shitty 4th one that nobody should like.
And then-
Alien Resurrection, Jesus.
Resurrection.
Resurrection's my least favorite sequel title. The fact that The
know.
Matrix put it in was like, wow, I fucking guessed it.
Yep, you said that in episode
Holy
whatever
shit.
it was 6.
How many Resurrection movies are there? There's so many. There's like the whatever. Those are the most common. Alien
Yeah.
Resurrection.
Yeah, and then isn't there like those spin-off ones like Prometheus? And,
Yeah, those ones are a little bit different. It's a love-and-hate relationship because
Really?
like I want to love them more than I do. Because Ridley Scott's back. He's like, no, I'm going back to this franchise and I'm gonna go make them prequels.
Yeah.
So Prometheus is like generally like we see our creator, and it's this big muscular bald dude.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, holy shit. And this is how the xenomorphs are made. Holy shit, this is like a variation of that.
Yeah.
And then Alien Covenant comes out. And I'm like, okay, are they going that mythological sci-fi horror direction? Kind of until like the last 20 minutes when it just becomes a slasher like Aliens. And I'm like, but I don't get it, Ridley Scott. You wanted it to be horror, but now it's like an action movie.
Yeah.
I do like Michael Fassbender in those movies.
Yes, Michael Fassbender.
He is really good in them.
Michael Fassbender is just amazing, period.
Yeah.
Man Crush Monday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I watched Dark Phoenix, which was not a good movie in the X-Men franchise.
I know.
But dude, James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, you just put them in a scene together. I'm like, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender he was also just great as Macbeth.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Macbeth. He's good
Yeah.
in that.
And I think they're making a new miniseries, Macbeth miniseries.
Denzel Washington's in it.
Yep.
And it's got that 4x3.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Black and
I
white?
Can't wait to see it.
It looks good.
It does.
It looks really good. I'm
And
glad
I
that they're
never-
taking different directions with Shakespeare.
Yeah, and I never thought that I'd be like actually excited to see like a Shakespeare like story told on screen, unless it was like The Lion King as Hamlet.
Yeah. See,
Um,
there's that.
But like, because Macbeth is probably like my second favorite. Yeah, probably my second favorite play that we read in high school. My favorite one was Hamlet.
Yeah, I was
Loved
gonna say that.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Then Macbeth, and then I loved The Crucible. The
Oh
Crucible, I
yeah.
read that like 3 times. I couldn't put it down.
Yeah, I remember we read it in class, and then we watched clips of. I think we watched the movie Daniel Day-Lewis and Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I liked it.
Daniel Day-Lewis in that movie, you know what he reminded me of?
What?
You know the guy, I forgot his name from Lord of the Rings.
Viggo Mortensen.
Aragog.
Yeah, Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just looked like him.
Damn. He
That
kind of
entire
does
movie.
though.
Yeah.
If they made a Lord of the Rings in the 90s, he would definitely be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow. That's a good one.
But yeah, horror films just aren't my forte,
Yeah. I can understand. A lot of people are like, no. I'm too scared of like.
Not too scared.
I'm too scared.
Not too scared.
Is the baby doll gonna kill me?
But it's like roller coasters.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't fuck with roller coasters. I don't.
You don't
fuck
like
with,
roller coasters?
No.
You don't like the Ghoster Coaster?
What the fuck is that?
It's like one of the oldest rides in Canada's Wonderland.
Dog.
What?
Here's a hot take for you. I've never been to Canada's Wonderland before in my entire life.
Josh, are you okay?
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I don't know, man. You haven't gone to, well, of course you haven't. If you haven't gone to Canada's Wonderland, I was going to say Haunted, the Halloween or whatever.
Nope.
Yeah, no, none of that. No, those is fun. Roller coasters, they're like so, like, it makes you
Scared.
there's the one thing I don't like about roller coasters, and it's mostly for the older ones, is they don't really have a lot of good headroom.
Oh yeah.
So it's like fucking metal poles or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I have a headache now. I want to go home.
Oh yeah, dude. The first and last roller coaster I ever went on, dude. I swear I almost got a concussion at the end of it.
Which roller coaster did you go?
It
Was it like
was-
at a carnival or some shit?
No, it was at Darien Lake.
Okay.
It was the Viper.
Oh.
That was the first and last one. I think it also like shaped the different views that I have with it versus my brother Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Because Matt loves roller coasters and I
Yeah.
hate roller coasters. But for both of us, that was the first coaster we ever went on
Mm-hmm.
with our older brother. And Matt and Brandon sat together
Yeah.
and I sat alone behind them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's only 2 people per thing.
Yeah.
So I was all alone, didn't know what to do. Matt's just following what Brandon does. So, they drop and Matt's like, Brandon puts his hands up and Matt's like, woo!
Yeah, like.
But I'm in the back and I'm like, oh my God!
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Dude, I started screaming like a little girl on that. And then after that drop, I don't remember anything else because I just kept getting like knocked around and
Yeah.
it's like it was discombobulated for the entire thing. I hated it.
Discombobulate.
Yep. I love that. You discombobulated me when you screamed into the mic before we started rolling.
That's why I took a deep breath so that I didn't let it all out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Trap on, discombobulate.
Discombobulate. I'm Sherlock Holmes, and this is my inner monologue.
Block view, discombobulate.
Discombobulate.
Rupture jaw, discombobulate. Break jaw entirely, discombobulate.
Was Robert Downey Jr. in a horror movie? He probably was.
He was in this one horror movie called Doolittle. It was terrifying.
Oh my God. Yeah, that Welsh accent, that was fucking nightmarish. I am Doolittle.
Yeah.
This is how I talk. It's like, bro, how'd you go from Endgame to this, man?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have taken like a year off.
Yeah.
At least a year off.
You should have just quit films altogether. The amount of money you made, you could have just left.
Could have retired, went to an island, just
Yeah.
sat down, had
Could've
his
bought
Iron Man
yourself an
helmet, and
island.
put like beer in the Iron Man helmet.
And just drink it through the mouth slit.
Do you know how much he got for that movie?
Probably.
Got like $40 million.
Yeah.
$40 fucking million for that movie.
That is an insane amount
That's
of money.
more than some films are made.
Jesus. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there was this one movie I worked on called Cupid, and it was like,
Yeah,
imagine if
that
we had a
was-
40 million budget for that.
That was yeah. We're still getting crowdfunding for 300 million. What do you guys think? You think we'll get it by the end of the month?
Sub to our Patreon.
Love to our Patreon.
We want to make we want to make Cupid 2.
Cupid 2.
Q-tip
Q-tip. Thank you, Josh. You said that joke like 50 fucking times
while we were filming. I
while
know.
we were filming. But yeah.
Um,
Okay. I just realized instead of saying anyway, we've been saying but yeah as our transitions.
Have we?
Yeah.
We should get some shirts that say "but anyway," but yeah.
But yeah. Anyways.
You know what I realized we've been saying a lot because I've been rewatching our videos to get the views up. Please,
To get the-
algorithm, please help us.
Help us.
You know what we say a lot?
What?
We're always just like, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
We say that a lot.
And I was like, I was like, what?
Yeah, so my dad, he didn't watch The Irishman. And I was like, what?
What? Yeah, that's a thing. That's our
Let's get a shirt that
catchphrase.
says that. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my chest right here.
Don't tattoo anything like that on your chest, Josh. You will regret it for the rest of your life.
Come then, come then.
You know, let's talk about the classic horror movies. Frankenstein, Dracula, The Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Have you read Frankenstein?
I have not. I've watched it.
Frankenstein is such.
It's sus. Boom, 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 boom. Among Us.
Enough of the Among Us memes.
Sorry, Josh. You said sus. I'm gonna
God
die.
damn it. Let me
Okay,
sit
go
up and
for
wake
it.
myself back up again.
Okay.
Wake me up inside.
Can't wake up. That's also a Halloween song, right?
Is it?
No.
Frankenstein is such a good book.
Okay.
If you haven't read it, you need to read it. It's like
Yeah.
it's only like 300 pages long.
Yeah.
I was apprehensive about starting it,
Yeah.
but then like after like the first 100 pages, I couldn't put it down. Oh no, I think it was like 600 pages. Never mind. But like I couldn't stop reading it. It's so fucking good. Like I remember coming to school and I was like 2/3 of it, 2/3 done.
Yeah.
And I told my teacher, I was like, dog, like this book is so good. I just want
You say your teacher dog?
yeah.
Hey, yo, dog.
Like dog,
This
this
Mary
book
Shelley.
is so good. I
Mary Shelley.
just want to give high five, Mary.
Yeah.
Yo, I just want to give Frankenstein a hug.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
You want to give Frankenstein a hug?
Yeah,
Oh.
he was so sad. Like, okay, spoilers for a book that's like 100 years old.
Yeah.
So like when he escapes and everything. Also, I haven't read it in like 3 years, but
Frankenstein's monster you're referring to.
Frankenstein's monster had
Okay.
like escaped and everything,
Yeah.
and then he began longing for like connection, right?
Yeah.
And so he constructed himself. He eventually got to like this area where he constructed himself a hut,
Mm-hmm.
and he was living in that, just just vibing. And
Mhm.
there was this family that lived like a little further away, but they didn't know that his hut was there.
Yeah.
And so he kind of began stalking them, but basically listening to them and growing an attachment for them. Like he started like really caring about these people
Yeah.
and everything. And then I think the daughter like got in trouble or something where he
Mhm.
eventually and he was also just trying to work up the courage to eventually reveal himself to them and say
Aw.
hi,
Yeah.
and just want to be friends with them. He wanted to be friends with them. And then when he revealed himself to them, they tried to kill him. They were terrified of him and they tried to kill him. And that's like why he kind of like started to distance himself more from humanity. And I was like, dog,
Yeah.
I want to give Frankenstein a hug.
It's the tragedy.
He's so misunderstood.
You play God and things like this would happen.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
So sad.
Yeah, my knowledge of Frankenstein comes from the Gene Wilder classic Young Frankenstein. It's like, Igor. It's pronounced Igor. And it's like, oh, okay. And then he touches his hump or whatever, his back. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry about your hump. It's like, what hump? It's like, okay. I love that film. Classic. But there's references of
Yeah.
Frankenstein in it, like the girl and the blind man. And I'm just realizing, I think they're referencing the old films, not the book. I'm not too sure because they're referencing Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and Son of Frankenstein. It was like the trilogy of the 1930s Universal films. Yeah, I don't
Gotcha.
know if Mary Shelley wasn't involved in those because she died. She wasn't alive in the 30s, 1930s.
She died.
Yeah, because when was the book made? In the 1800s, I'm
Long
assuming.
ago. Yeah, I think
Yeah, so same with Bram Stoker. Like the Dracula movies are its own thing with Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
I do like Bram Stoker's Dracula, the one with Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
That's
really?
a pretty solid one
Was that the-
visually.
Was that the one? I forgot there's a oh no, this is Frankenstein. I'm still thinking about Frankenstein.
No worries. The Robert De Niro one, they had a Frankenstein movie and Robert De Niro played the monster in that. It was
They
around
had-
the same time.
They had a very recent one, and I think it might have been Tobey Maguire was like the assistant or some like
No,
was-
Daniel Radcliffe. You're
Daniel
thinking,
Radcliffe.
yeah. Yeah, you're thinking of James McAvoy was Frankenstein, Dr.
Yeah.
Victor Frankenstein. It was called Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah. Because I watched it after I read
Yeah,
the book.
that looked
and I
kind of
was like,
sloppy.
yeah, these movies haven't done the book justice. So
No.
I highly recommend. Like I know this is a film podcast, but fucking read more.
Yeah.
Read Frankenstein, dude. Like,
Read Frankenstein and then watch the Boris Karloff one.
yeah. Are you
just
reading
to-
any good books at the moment?
I think the last book I read was we're in a book club And fuck. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Christensen, they're like the last book you read was The Kite Runner.
Oh fuck.
Alibaba.
Is that where you were calling him Alibaba for the Kite Runner?
Yeah, because of Baba.
Oh man,
I
I
actually
call him
res-
Prince Ali because of Aladdin. You know, Prince Ali, fabulously Alibaba, and he loved it.
Yeah, I actually, Christian, I read The Kite Runner like 2 years ago again. It holds up. It's a good book.
You know what sucked about that class? I
What?
don't know why. Maybe I don't know if you guys were in the same class as me, but there's like, oh yeah, you have to finish this book in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, what?
How long are these books?
I'm a slow reader.
Slow reader.
You think I don't fucking
Just
no
get our sponsor, Audible.
Audible?
We're
But
not
no, like
sponsored.
in terms of books, like I kind of just read whatever, like online and stuff like that, just articles, reviews,
Yeah.
maybe short stories here and there, just out of curiosity. It's just I don't know. Sometimes when it's I did read. I recently read Good Omens.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Was it because of the Netflix adaptation?
yeah, which I haven't watched yet. I've
Oh,
I've
yeah.
read the book, and it was pretty solid. I think there were moments, and I guess it's just me because I'm not a fan of the humor of side gags.
Oh,
Family Guy,
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Good Omens does that, but in a book format, and
Oh.
they're like 5 pages
How the hell
long.
do you?
Yeah. I didn't think they could do it, but they did, and I'm like, this is my least favorite part. I do love the characters in it. It's just
Yeah,
I'm
I actually have just recently, for the first time, started reading the Harry Potter books.
I read those like when I was like in middle school
Mhm.
because like the Deathly Hallows Part 2 was coming out. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read these books. I gave up after Goblet.
Yeah, I started reading
Goblet
them
of Fire.
a
What the fuck is
long
this
time
big
ago.
ass?
I know.
What the fuck?
I was like 10 years old, and my older brother had them, and I read the first three,
Yeah.
reasonable length.
Yeah.
Got to the fourth one, I held it open. I was like, you could kill somebody with this.
Yeah.
Turned the page. I was like, nah, fuck this. I can't do it. I'm done.
Yeah, and like after looking at Goblet of Fire, I think I was like 100 pages in. I'm like, fuck this. Let me watch the movies.
Nah, man.
This is like wow.
I wrapped up Philosopher's Stone in less than a day.
Nice.
And like I'm gonna start Chamber of Secrets probably tomorrow because I'm gonna get home pretty late. If I was to get home like really soon, I'd
Mhm.
fucking just start reading immediately. But I'm probably not gonna be home till like 11:30.
Yeah.
But
Today would be late.
yeah, so but
But
I can't put these books down, dude. And then like, I'm trying to get the Game of Thrones books, like A Song of Fire and Ice.
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that. Because the thing is, I'm still butthurt.
who's the
about
author of that one?
George R. Martin.
George
We were
R. R.
trying
Martin.
to
Thank
figure it
you.
out. Yeah, George R. R.
He
Martin.
is currently working on what's the new book that he's going to be releasing called?
Don't know.
Because he's like, I'm going to work really hard on it, and it's going to take years. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
He puts a lot of time.
Well, the thing is, it's been so long since the last one was released.
Yeah, right? Like 2009 or
Yeah.
2010? Like basically when the show was starting. Yeah.
But
Horror films
are a thing.
are a thing.
We finish each other's.
Sentences.
I thought you were gonna say sandwiches.
That's
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what I was going. We're like soulmates. Oh.
Stupid Anna. Movie's so dumb. Yo, fuck Anna, man. Just
Wait,
so thirsty.
What was Anna?
Yeah, from Frozen. All you little girls out there.
Oh,
Anna's not your hero, okay? Moana is.
Moana. What
Moana
can I
say-
say except we're done the podcast?
Oh, yes. Yes. What a great way to wrap it up. I've been telling you, I swear to God, Nevis. This is why you don't do the outro. What
Watch
can I
Halloween, the original Halloween, because it's Halloween.
I might
Watch
watch it,
Halloween. Yeah.
Just because. But yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up now. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you're listening to us on Spotify, go ahead and check out our YouTube channel to see the visual component that goes along with the audio. If you're on YouTube, our socials should be up by now. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter to see weekly updates as well as clips from upcoming episodes. And if you're feeling generous and you want to get us that Audible sponsorship, give us a little donation on what is it called?
Patreon.
Patreon.
Don't worry, I'm helping you out.
On Patreon. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time. Happy Halloween.
Spooky, scary skeleton.